And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, from the lovely campus of Providence Academy in Plymouth, Minnesota. It's high school football live and on the air on the CatholicSportsNetwork.org, along with Chris Weigel, cameraman Todd Grover. I'm Pete Wagner. We have the 3-0 Providence Academy Lions battling against the 0-3 Patrick Henry Patriots. Chris, this team has really been putting it together, though. They've only allowed 6 points against Providence Academy in 3 football games. One of them off a broken play that turned into a turnover and an eventual short touchdown last week, or 2 weeks ago. They could have 3 shutouts pitched at this stage of the game.
Yeah, incredible. And as we all know, defense wins championships. That's the
What's
formula.
the saying? What's the saying? Offense wins games, and what wins championships?
Defense wins championships.
Didn't John Jerkovich, your old the guy you worked with, say that once?
In my mid-20s, yeah.
Yeah.
Could have been. You're right.
Takes us back a ways, doesn't it?
That's good. That is. That's a good reference there. Yeah.
Well, and the defense has been so stout here for the Lions of the Providence Academy. For Henry, it's been a tough go of it in the passing game. Only 36 yards per game they're averaging through the air, and 83 of rush so far. For them, they're going to be challenged by a team that also has really good balance offensively here with Providence Academy. This team, they've got a good blend, but they can really run the football. Jeff Ekior leads the way in the backfield. He has his team averages 230 yards per game on the ground and 111 through the air. Head coach Colin Rooney has been very happy with his team so far, but says there's a lot of work to do, and they're in what he calls the section of death, where they have Orono, Mount West Tonga, Benilde St. Margaret's, the defending champs, the Academy of Holy Angels Stars. Both those teams are the back-to-back state champions, and the old adage is if you can come out of this section, you have the Wolf Pack of SMB in there. That's the big conglomeration between Minnehaha Academy, Blake, Summit Academy, Mounts Park. You can go on for days listing the schools part of that one. Very good football team. They dropped down from the 5 to the Class 4A. So, this is a team that is working to get its depth. You need your depth. You will get hurt as the season goes on, and I think for Coach Rooney, that's been a great thing for him, seeing many kids play in different situations.
Yeah, we saw that, to bring up Holy Angels last year, we saw that with Jack Anderson and Shellstead. They had 2 great running backs. Anderson went down, Shellstead went in, they ended up winning the state tournament. When you have depth, you have it all. Like in every level of football, you need to have depth, and Providence definitely has that.
Yeah, depth is so important. Health, you always say, how do you win championships? You hear about special teams, offense, and all the other things, but you got to be healthy, and you got to have a little bit of luck as well.
Absolutely. That's like anything. You got to have luck. Staying healthy is just, they say people are injury prone, but if you break a leg, well, what can you do about that? So, being physical, staying healthy, and concentrating while you're playing, too, is all part of staying healthy.
Once again, we have a doubleheader here on the CatholicSportsNetwork.org. We've got games going on right now as we speak. One over in lovely Victoria, Minnesota, where Holy Family Catholic is playing host to the Tigers of Delano. And then, of course, right here between these two teams, had a couple of volleyball matches. Todd Grover on her camera saw a dandy on Monday night at Benilde St. Margaret's, a 5-setter. It looked like Woodbury was going to run away with that one, as they're really, if you want to have some fun and watch a great sporting event, volleyball is such a fun game sport, if you will, for me to call. Absolutely love it. And to watch Benilde come back from down 2 and win in 3, that was something special.
I've said it before, I love sports, but one of the best to watch on the record is volleyball. It is extremely entertaining. I agree.
We're going to move the camera a little bit here. Todd Grover did not like the fact that he was getting a little action going there with the are we good now? Are we good? I think we're good. We're out. Thumbs up. He speaks.
Hand signals. Yeah.
So now we're going to have the young guys coming out. There's a game before. I don't know if it was the 5th, 6th grade group, but they were playing here. Nice little crowd with the tackle bar group. Kevin Donahue's club gets to run out here on the field and lead their charges onto the sidelines. There they go. Would you guys officially call this dusk at this stage of the game?
Close to it. Yeah, it's it's funny, Pete. We talked about this last week. They literally felt like somebody flipped the switch to fall. Last night it was humid, it was rainy, and today it's cool and dry and perfect football weather.
Various other football associations around the metro.
This is a great classy move here. They have youth football players representing other associations around the Twin Cities. Some of them feed the school itself here with all these great players we see right now. Wow, there's a real little one out there. He must be, look at him.
A sibling of somebody. Yep, he gets to go along with the
What
group.
is he, about 2?
4 or 5, yeah.
So the Patriots have been ready to go. They've been on the field. They got the ball all teed up and ready to go. Boy, that's quite a image there. I love it. What a great experience for the young players.
Pack mentality.
That's right. There it is right there, Todd. Thank you for zooming in and giving us the picture there. So, Chris, ground and pound, what do you got here?
Whatever you want. Ground and pound, play action. That's what I'm looking for. Yeah, look for Providence to come out running strong, establish that, and then from there, set up some passes. Just the eye test right now, Providence looks like a bigger, more physical team. So that's what I would anticipate. It's a pretty simple, safe game plan. The goal of the game, of course, is to win. So look for that.
Julian Calvin goes deep along with Bryce Lovesick along with Dominic Lacombe. They'll be ready to receive the kick. That'll be sent on its way by Jeremy Vera. Heard a fan calling for the hands team.
Hey, you never know.
Have you ever seen that?
You never know. Well, you see it every year in the professional level. Almost, well.
We're going to
kick
kick it.
Week 1, onside kick, catch the other team off guard, but not this time.
Lovesick with it, goes right up the middle. He's going to break it. He's got one man to beat. That's the kicker. He's forced wide, and he's going to cross the 20 down to the 10, the 5, and a touchdown for Lovesick. And it's quickly 6-0 in favor of the Lions of Providence Academy. It took them 13 seconds on that play to hit pay dirt, and there it is.
I was going to say that, Pete. For the record, 13 seconds. That so whatever we talked about, establishing the run pass. Well, forgot there was a kickoff there, and you took it to the house.
And special teams, as we mentioned.
Yep, 1/3 of the game. Yeah, and if you're Patrick Henry, that's a little demoralizing. Didn't even have to really earn their way down the field. They just went right down the field, scored right off the bat, and we'll see how they react to it. Oh, he stepped out of bounds.
Oh, he stepped out of bounds. So, not so fast, Pete Wagner on the.
Not so fast, Chris Weigel. That was. I didn't see it either. The kicker must have somehow forced them out.
So instead, it's 1st and 10.
Yep.
Great, as we like to say, great field position. Ball is marked, but right on the 10, or no, what is it on?
About the 13.
The 13, rather.
Yeah.
Going to hand off to the left side, spun down. Nice tackle there by Minneapolis Henry's Jamarius Martin, the big defensive lineman. He's a senior.
That was a nice run there. Close to 4.
They went to their big guy, Jeff Eke, or over 400 yards in the season so far.
And they're running left.
Gain of 3 for 2nd and 7. Back up under center goes Max Anderson. We'll see him work from the shotgun, too, as well. They'll hand off right side now. There's Ekior again, and he cuts back up the middle. Touchdown. There it is. Add a few more seconds to that original touchdown. Exactly will make it now 49 seconds. And Providence Academy goes up by a score of 6-0.
Yeah, it took 2 plays to do it. Ran left, ran right, pay dirt.
And on for the extra point is Steph Sawtell. You didn't catch that, Chris Weigel. I mean, thanks for helping me sell that one. The lefty.
Well, I'm busy watching the game. He kicked it right into the back of the line there.
So we lay at 6-0 here early on. It's a thankless position in sport, I think. That and being a goaltender.
Kicker?
Kicker, I mean.
Yes, one Daniel Carlson, right?
That's why I brought it up. That's why it's.
I've always said there's a big difference between practice players and game players. It's wonderful to see guys make them a practice, but when it comes to game time, the pressure's on. Let's see who can perform.
We had a resume at Auburn, though. Right?
Absolutely.
And of course, he had missed kicks, but you have opportunities if you're the good team to make kicks, too. Some guys don't get those chances as much. But 3 in a game, oof.
Yeah, that's rough. And the Vikings are a Super Bowl-made team.
Where do you go from there?
They can't have a weakness at kicker. So I think they did the right thing.
So now it'll be Sawtell to kick off, the 5'9" sophomore. Be sure to check out our Coach's Corner podcast right on the homepage of the CatholicSportsNetwork.org with Colin Rooney. We had a nice chat the other day about this game, about the team, about how he's looking at things through his lens. Have Mound West Tonka coming up next week as well, the lefty Boots. And he has a liner handled at the 10-yard line. For the Patriots, that's Thomas Evans III out across the 20 to the 24-yard line. Nice return for him. 1st and 10 for Patrick Henry.
First look at Patrick Henry this year. I saw him in the warm-up. Looked like they had some nice pass plays in their repertoire, but let's see what they try to start out with here. Something like this where you have that big size matchup. Sometimes it's not a bad idea to throw some short passes, like almost into the flat, that type of deal, maybe to set up the run. But we'll see what they do here.
With the Lions, too, this is a team that has not allowed many teams much past the 50-yard line. We'll see if they continue that stout defensive play. They'll hand off of the cut back to the left side, and
no gain there.
Was that Jakari Hunakuk? I believe so, the junior.
Yeah.
Out of the backfield. He was stopped for no gain, 2nd and 10.
Yeah, and you got to go back to it.
Darius Tiggs,
big size difference here, Pete.
So one thing about this Lions team that's stood out to me as well is how big they are.
There we go. Oh,
that one just fails to click for Evans, the third. Incomplete. It falls for 3rd down now.
Yeah.
It'll be 3rd and 10. Take a look at that replay, just the tail end of that play there.
Yeah, again, they're no reason why you need to really cheat too deep if you're Providence, because the pressure's going to get there with that 4-man rush. And he's going to have to get rid of the ball pretty quick. Linebackers are in place to stop the run, so really it's going to be tough for Henry to move the ball.
Here they go with their first 3rd down conversion of the football game with 10:23 to go in the first quarter. They'll work the shotgun.
Oh, short snap.
And a flag.
Yeah, not sure what that'll be for.
There's a fumble on the play. It looks like the Lions received.
Recovered?
Recovered, rather, yep. And let's see what the flag was for.
Yeah, they're going to decline it. Illegal shift.
Absolutely,
and it was
they'll
a fumble,
decline that.
Yep.
And they take over 1st and 10 from the 21-yard line.
Yeah, they did a little quick snap there to the back and kind of blew up.
So Anderson leads his team back out of the field, the 6'3", 185-pound senior quarterback.
Man-to-man coverage, Pete. Let's see what they do here.
They're going
to
hand off to the left side. Big block. There's going to be coming back. There's a hole.
It's coming back. He tackled him. Yeah, he pretty much.
See if we can get a look at that on replay, Chris. You'll see that right out front here.
Yeah.
You'll see right there.
Yeah, he's got his hands around his shoulders, and then he took him down. You can't have your hands outside like that. You got to keep them inside, and that's a pretty easy call for the referee.
So that'll be a 10-yard penalty as they move the Lions back.
I'm looking for a pass. I am.
Spot foul there, Chris Weigel. So that'll set up then first and about 15.
Yeah, I'm looking for a pass here, Pete.
Brings up a repeat of first down and about 15 yards to go.
For Cabin to get involved here.
Ekior in the backfield with Jacob Meisner. Anderson under center.
Here it comes.
He'll drop back and looks
Yep.
over the. Ooh, deflected, tipped up in the air. Nice
drop.
play by Lawrence Green.
Yeah, he dropped back. That was a nice play. Saw kind of where that ball was going. And,
there it is. You see him just
yeah.
extend right there to make the play.
Yeah. Well, now what that does, that sets up, and believe it or not, even though I was unsuccessful, that sets up a little pump and go right there. Get that D-back flat on his feet and scoot right by him. See if we can get somebody open here in the end zone.
They'll hustle back up to the line now. 2nd and 15 for the Lions. Look for motion from Mason.
Jet sweep.
And he gets it. And there's the Pats with a nice job.
Yep.
Big stop there. Looks like the initial tackle and contact was made there by...
Yeah, 3rd and long here.
Lucarius Gilner.
They missed that first extra point, so the kicking game, not too sure about it right now, but look for something in the end zone here, I'm guessing.
3rd and 15. Obviously 4-down territory here.
Yeah, maybe a screen. Let's see.
Dropping back.
Here goes
Laying it up.
Yep.
Oh, they have him in stride. Caught!
Yeah.
Touchdown! Oh, what a play on the touchdown reception. That one made by Justin Mason. Take a look at this one on replay.
Yeah.
There it is. Airs it out, stretches it out, hauls it in, and it's 12-0 Providence Academy. Beautiful.
Man off the ball, Pete, and kind of saw that coming. They're playing pretty tight coverage, and just scooted right by him, put the ball in the end zone. Easy 6. Oh, it went through.
Boots that one through, as you said. And we sit now at 13-0 Providence Academy early on here in quarter number 1 with 9:14 to go. They've had a very short field on a long return that looked like it was a touchdown that slid out of bounds at the 13, and they convert the next play later with Jeff Ekior, or maybe 2 plays later. And then right here off the fumble, 3rd and long, they air it out to Mason for the touchdown from Anderson. And here we sit at 13-0 with another kickoff coming Minneapolis Patrick Henry's way.
Let's see if Patrick Henry can get something out of the special teams here.
Sawtell will kick off now. Low liner. Squibbs at the 10. Across the 20.
Oh, he's got the corner here a little bit.
He does.
Yep.
He'll cut it back across the 30. Look out. He can go 40, 45, 50.
Nice.
Great return there.
Yep.
That by Thomas Evans, the 3rd. There you see he finds his hole and accelerates there at the 30, Chris.
It's good vision. That's all that is. And he saw the hole and he took it, scooted through.
Nice tackle there by, was that Max Anderson I saw coming across there?
I did not see.
Looked like number 12 to me. It's like, or was that number 14? Matt Edwards.
Yeah. Oh, we got a penalty though. Shoot.
Boy, I come from the old adage of, are you kidding me? That's a perfectly great play, but
yeah, it's a there's the flag. Probably a spot foul. Coming way back.
they'll start at about the 29, and then they'll walk it off.
Yeah.
Early on from Holy Family Catholic, Delano strikes first. They lead 7-0.
Oh, and they're starting on the 14. Went from about the, 46, 48 back to the 14. That's a little demoralizing. Little sweep here. Oh.
Look out in the backfield and wrestled down. That for a loss. That'll set up now 2nd and long.
Yeah, you got to get that block down on the end there, otherwise that play's not going to work. And nice play.
Thomas Evans, the third, the ball carrier for the Patriots, brought down by number 50, Mark Richardson.
Mark Richardson on the tackle, 6'4", 215, and a senior. Lots of seniors on this team that contribute for Providence Academy. And you know, the old saying, Chris, you win with seniors, you lose. Well, you don't lose with them. I mean, seniors are so important.
Oh, of course. Yeah. Physically, mentally mature. Oh, nice pass.
Nice pass, complete. Caught over the 25, cuts across the 30.
Look out.
Oh,
yep.
ball's
Look
loose, and on the ground it goes.
Yep.
A big catch there, and you saw that one coming. Let's take a look at that on replay.
He was looking to his right, and he didn't see the man coming from his left, and that's where he got the ball. He lost the ball. He's looking to his right. You got to have that vision all the way around. You got to know somebody's coming from behind, and he caught him. And what should have been a great play resulted in a fumble. Opportunistic defense there by Providence.
That was a nice strike there too as well. So they'll have again a short field with their third possession. They're 2 for 2 for scoring at 13-0. And the Lions once again up to the ball they go.
And again, it's kind of a pick your poison, Pete. It's really, they have man-to-man coverage. You can run it. You can do whatever you want here.
Anderson for Ekior tries to slither his way up, and he does, to about the 30-yard line. A pickup of 6 for the big back.
That's a good game. And I'm guessing Henry, I haven't seen exactly, but I'm sure there's guys going both ways on their team. So if they're going to hang in there, it's got to be in the first quarter, because beyond that, they're going to get worn out as the game goes on.
7.5 to go in quarter number 1. Anderson with I formation. Ooh, they're going to bring the kitchen sink there, but no, instead. Anderson, play action. There's what you're looking for,
post.
The lefty. And
Up
he has
there,
his man
easy.
open, caught, touchdown. What a reception made there by Julian Cavan.
Yeah.
Max Anderson, his second touchdown of the night.
Yep, that was a beautiful post. You could see it. They played tight coverage again with a safety deep, and he just beats him to the post, just like you do in the park.
So 19-0 the score now in favor of Providence Academy.
All right.
Up and through and good now, 20-0. Where'd you get those Swedish fish, Todd Grover? They're smelling really good. I'm so bitter. Did you get them downstairs? Oh, he got them from the snack drawer at home, didn't he?
Halloween candy.
He did.
Yeah.
Bro, he isn't giving out the fish.
September 1st, they got the Halloween
My
stuff
mouth is
already.
frothing over the Swedish fish. I want the fish. Whatever those are. What are those? Oh, there's one left in there.
Your receding gum lines couldn't take that, though.
from the heavy brushing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's going to bounce into the end zone for a touchback.
Yeah, sometimes
Sawtell.
Results in a touchback. First down, Patriots.
They got him spread out wide again. Haven't seen this quarterback throw anything really deep yet. So
Patrick Hott.
Yeah. Here it comes.
We have two lefty
high.
quarterbacks. Oh, and they nearly center fielded that one to Thomas Evans III.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, check that to Julian Calvin. Here's a look.
Calvin got on the tip. If he hadn't tipped it, he would have caught it. It was right there for the. I'm sure they're in the huddle right now saying, just let that go next time. But there won't be a next time. That was just a ball that got away.
2nd and 10 for the Pats. Again, it'll be Patrick Hott from the shotgun. His one back to his right. They're going to spread it out. Motion.
Oh. Nope,
Puts it up
not
in
way,
the air.
yeah.
They wanted a jump ball there off the sideline. That one fails to click.
Yeah.
Bringing up now 3rd and 10.
Brings up 3rd down and 10 for Patrick Henry.
Yeah, again, like I said in the warm-ups, Henry looked good. In the game, you know, when you're playing, got a little adrenaline flowing here, throwing that ball. Just squeezing a little too tight, throwing a little bit too far. Gotta just slow it down a little bit.
Quick rhythm to the near side, caught by Williams.
Yeah.
And he'll muscle his way out over the original line of scrimmage. Picks up about 2 or 3 on the play, but that won't be enough as it's going to be now 4th down.
Yeah, for Henry, you know, even though it's that kind, those short passes, it's a successful pass. So maybe that'll set something up down the field later on.
That brings up 4th down for the Patriots.
Now this will be interesting because Cam's back there, and if this is a flat punt, watch out.
Ooh, tough snap.
There
He
it
handled
is.
it.
It's
Partially blocked maybe, but they get a roll.
short. Yep.
This will equal, or this will be the longest field that Providence Academy is going to have to work here tonight as they're on their side of the 50 for the first time as they'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 47.
Pete, I'm anticipating they'll use the clock here a little bit. As crazy as that sounds right now, but they'll try to, just get some work on their running game. And
well, so
let
far
those
for
linemen
Anderson,
push on this other line a little bit.
it's interesting because it's been 2 weeks since we've seen them play. One of the things that Colin Rooney talked about was seeing and wanting plenty of room for growth in the passing game.
Yeah. Oh, here's a good run.
Off the left side, Ekior is going to bulldoze his way across the 38 to the 39. Flag flies. There's a Henry player down in the middle of the field.
Oh, I didn't see
And
what
I
happened
believe
there.
they're going to have a penalty coming up. That player that was shaken up was Romelli Van.
Some sort of roughing or
Jack Oganash,
unsportsmanlike,
rather,
I'm
was.
guessing. Yeah.
Talking things over right now.
Yeah, that was away from the play, so you have to. It's going to be some sort of a personal foul.
You look at Henry Arlt on the offensive line for Providence Academy. At 6'5" and 285 pounds as a junior. You got to like that. I mean, there's plenty of room for growth there for him, and he's already carrying the frame that you want to see at the next level.
Oh, absolutely. As a junior. Wow. Yeah, that's...
There's some of those around,
Exactly.
but there's not a ton with the athletic ability.
You got to have the good feet, especially if you're a tackle.
And hands.
Hands and feet. Yep, especially those feet. You got to be able to move. Marking it from the spot, it looks like, Pete.
And now they'll have a loss of yardage on that play. So it'll be 1st and 13. Anderson under center. They're split in the backfield. Receivers up and down. Ekior wants to get the corner. He won't. That was snuffed out neatly there.
Yep. Nice
In
job.
on the initial contact.
Blocking downfield there. Gotta watch it a little
Was
bit.
Telly Straub made the play.
Yep.
Loss of yardage on the play.
Well, good time for a screen or a draw. I think Henry would have their ears pinned back completely to sack the quarterback and could set up a big play here, Pete. They're stacking them in.
So pinned back are the ears. Let's see what happens here on this one. Anderson
He's going
drops back.
Oh,
Picked off
yep.
at the 40 to
Nice
the
pick.
42-yard
Nice
line.
pick. Yep.
Indeed, that was Trayvon Bogard-Merrick.
Nice pick. Just threw it into coverage there, and they took advantage of it. Credit to the defense.
So they force the turnover, and they get the ball. I'll take over on their own 42-yard line. 1st and 10, Chris Weigel with 4:56 to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, kind of a different look there from Providence. They kind of stacked the receivers, a little stack set, flanked everybody out, and Henry did a nice job of covering it. So let's see if they can do something on offense, Pete.
Working again from the shotgun are the Patriots. Hand off to the right side. It's Evans the third. Looks to get the edge. Gets a few. Looks like he'll pick up 4 yards on the play, setting up 2nd and 6.
Yeah, they're
Maybe
getting those
3.
sweeps. Yeah,
Sorry, maybe you
like
got 3 there. Yeah, what do you say? 2nd and 6, Chris Weigel?
2nd, yeah. 2nd and 6, long 6.
Patriots again on offense now. Patrick Hott, quick rhythm to the left
Nice.
side. Ooh, was behind the receiver. That was Ronald Borges Maya. He had that big run that turned into a fumble. Couldn't hang out of that one. That'll set up now 3rd and 6.
Yeah, that little pump, that pump fake stuff, especially at this level, you can get the defenders to freeze or shoot up thinking anticipating the ball is coming out. And that can loosen coverage up, and right there he had somebody open, but just couldn't quite
You know who was really good at that?
hit on that.
Was Sean Borman. Remember him?
From,
Hopkins back in the day.
yeah, a little bit.
Threw for like 90,000 yards as a high school player.
Yeah, you got that fake pump down at that level especially.
They didn't stop anybody, but man,
No.
yeah, they had like a 56-55 game with Edina. Across the 50, first down for the Patriots. They're going to move the sticks. Nice reception there by DeLeon Gardner.
He's a little shooken up there. Looks like Gavin tried to pull that ball out, try to strip it. Nice defense, nice tackle there, and he's coming out. Shoot.
Yep, he had to go down to the knee there. I don't know if it was the lower back or what he had going there, Chris, but he tried to get back to the huddle, and instead they have to bring on the trainer for him.
Fell on his back. I think he'll be okay when it's all said and done.
He's up on 2 feet. He looks like he'll be okay.
Yep.
I'm sure we'll see him back in the game here.
Yep.
Well, the good news about having the turf that they have here, there's no water on the grass. because it was something, that rain yesterday, wasn't it?
Torrential.
That had to be some carryover. I haven't seen the weather forecast, but that had to be carryover from the hurricane, wasn't it?
No, it was no. The hurricane is well out of the way, and it went north.
Oh, but you know what I'm going to tell you in a minute. They look to sweep to the outside. It creates energy, a southerly flow from the Gulf of Mexico, which brings in new systems.
You're talking about just the airflow, the Gulf air.
Yes, I'm not saying it's I said the keyword residual.
I see what you're saying. So in other words,
so
the flow,
as an impact of it,
we got the
it
cold
wasn't
front coming
from
down
it.
From Canada. We got the warm, humid air coming from and then
I got an A in weather and climate because I thought maybe I'd be a meteorologist.
As crazy it sounds, that was my major.
Are you serious?
Geography. Yeah, it
wow.
was.
Well, look at us both sitting here.
I know. I'm not gonna.
They'll swing it to the left side. Quick contain. Ooh, and the
they got that.
Shoestring tackle turned in by Justin Mason.
So, if they can protect the quarterback a little bit longer on that, you can fake pump that and send somebody deep because Providence is cheating up on that. But what I've noticed, Pete, is Henry is every other play switching the quarterback out.
Detel Straub was the receiver on that play.
Or never mind. I thought they did the other play, but they haven't.
3rd and 13, Chris.
Yeah. Got to put the ball in the air.
It's been pretty much exclusively a pass game here for.
Oh, look at that.
Up over the middle they go. There's no time at all.
That's your A-gap blitz, Pete, and had no chance. He got rid of that ball as soon as he touched his hands. No chance.
Crispin Jackson, your intended receiver. Incomplete it goes. 2:25 to go in the first quarter. Comfortably in front is Providence Academy at 20-0. Thanks for joining us here tonight on the Catholic Sports Network. Also have another game going on Channel 2, which features the Holy Family Catholic Fire and Delano Tigers.
Watch out for the flat punt here, Pete.
You brought that up last time,
yep,
Chris.
and
it's blocked.
Again. Yeah. Looks like the punter needs to be back a couple more yards. They're pretty tight there, up to close to the center.
Elijah Craig was in there. So once again, it's the Lions with great field position to take over. They'll have 1st and 10 from the 43-yard line in Patrick Henry territory.
Pass right here if you want it. Yep.
There he goes.
Yep.
Better hurry though. Yeah, nice job to suck in the rush. Ekior makes one move. There he goes down to the 25 to the 20. Jeff Ekior muscled down at about the 15. What a great run after the catch for him. You'll take a look at the tail end of that on the replay as Ekior looks to outrace everybody as he is brought down right at the 20-yard line. Gets a little bit of help down to the 15 actually as he spun and found his way there.
I like the decision on the short pass too. I mean, I was looking deep and they threw it short. Nobody was there to cover it, and nice gain.
Great patience there by Max Anderson as he just drew in the rush and just kind of checked down to the oncoming Ekior who can make it happen. They'll cut back to the middle. That's Lacombe with it. They're a 1-2 punch in the backfield. They'll call Dominic Lacombe's number, the senior 6', 190-pounder. Yep. Quite a bit as well here.
Yeah, he's got to get warmed up. It was his first carry, so I'm sure he'll see the ball a few more times. He'll be ready.
2nd and 8 after that gain of 2 for Lacombe. He'll stay in the backfield. He's joined by Jacob Meisner as well. Anderson under center. He'll give off to Meisner, who's just wrestled. Stopped quickly there.
Nice play.
Big defensive play turned in there by the Patriots' Lawrence Green. He was stopped for no gain, so that's 3rd and 8 now for the Lions.
have choices here. They could put the ball in the air. They could run it. You really have, you're down in field goal range. You just need 8 yards for a first down. Playbook is still open for anything right here.
Anderson on 3rd and 8. You better hurry.
Bootleg. Oh, they
and he's sacked. Wow, what a play there.
Nice play.
We'll watch that breakdown.
Yeah, that's just good. A good read by the defense. It's discipline. Doesn't let him get outside. That's his job. Defensive end's job is not to hold contain, and he did. He didn't let him get outside. Providence anticipated he wouldn't be able to. He might get sucked in on the play action there, but Henry stopped him.
Darnell Mosley on the tackle there. Nice job to get through. 3 seconds to go in the quarter.
That's it.
That's going to do it. That ends quarter number 1. Chris, your thoughts here for the Lions. The quick start. Couple of positive things along the way for Minneapolis. Patrick Henry, turnover, couple of first downs, and here they are now with a 4th down decision in pretty much 4-down territory.
Big plays for Providence. Couple big special teams play to start the game. Long, close to 50-yard pass. And on defense, really hasn't allowed Henry to get on track at all.
So now we'll switch sides.
Yeah, 4th down, they're going to try a field goal, Pete.
Bring the field goal unit on, indeed.
I've seen a fake field goal in a long time.
35-yarder for Sawtell. Snap placed and kicked, blocked.
Yep.
That's a live ball.
Yep.
Oh, he gets the corner to the 20, to the 25, 30, and out of bounds is Forrest Thomas Evans III.
Nice job.
On the block.
Well, Pete, this is, again, something we talk about this in these type of games. Coaches, they're having success for the most part, but the special teams, again, the kicking game, it's going to come down later on in the season where they're going to need that kicking game to be in place. So in practice, they're really going to work on that. I didn't see where the block came from. Was it from the middle or somebody from the outside got in?
Right up the middle.
Right up the middle, yep. You have to keep your concentration, even in a game where the score is 20-0. So they'll talk about that at halftime and definitely work on it in practice.
Well, it is cliche, but it's the little things that make the difference when it comes down to crunch time.
Yeah, in big games they're going to have that. You might need a field goal.
Well, in the section they play in, Chris, it is just absolutely every game. You could lose any game. You could win any game, but
yeah, it's deadly.
There are no softies in there whatsoever.
You have to be sharp.
They'll drop the middle there for Tiggs. Picks up a couple on the ground. 3 official, 2nd and 7. Lacombe on the tackle for the Lions of Providence Academy. Shotgun time for Hott. It's been in it all night long. Nothing doing there. Broken play now. Oh, no, he gets away. Look at that. Fights it off. Positive yardage. Maybe not. He gets back to the line of scrimmage. Now a flag flies. You got to credit Darius Tiggs for battling through that.
Yeah, he's going to be pretty tired after that run. I have no idea what that penalty is. It went in right after as the hit occurred. There's 2 flags on the field, Pete.
Both in about the same spot. We got a hold. And what else? The personal foul, is that what he said?
Well, that's interesting because you're being tackled like that. You're going down and somebody's coming in to make a tackle, and you got hit in the head probably inadvertently, but they're going to call it now.
So replay, second down.
Yep.
Isn't that how they say it?
That's right. Offsetting penalties.
2 penalties on the play, holding on Patrick Henry, and a personal foul, blow to the head on the Lions.
Blow to the head they called on the Lions. So Tiggs got back to the, gained a yard on that play, so they have to move the marker back a couple. Patriots now at 2nd and 7 on the replay here. It's a little bit of a hued fog. Maybe Todd Grover can get that on the next possession.
Uh-oh.
Long pass down the field, picked off! And here come the Lions back the other way, spinning away from trouble. And down on that play went number, I believe that was 13, Bryce Lovetic.
No, I like seeing him go downfield, though. It was fun to watch and just give your player a chance to make the play, but he looked like they weren't quite on the same page on that one, and a nice pickoff.
Lovechick on the pickup. There's what I was talking about. Look at that little hue, that little, it's almost smoky fog here.
Yeah, I don't know what that's from.
That Scooby-Doo is what's going on.
It's a campfire.
Shaggy Fred Thama. Absolutely. Well, get the moon next. I mean, you got to get the moon. I mean,
Yeah.
that just plays right into it. It's picturesque. Oh, he said. Multitasking here, Todd Grover.
Look out,
Anderson
right up the
better
middle.
hurry. He's under
Yeah.
siege. And that one's
Oh.
going to be incomplete. Take a look at this pass rush here by the
It was right up the middle.
Patriots.
Right
There
up
it
the
is, a
middle.
little blitz.
Yep.
Couldn't pick everybody up. Squirts through.
Teams having their way with you. You always put pressure on them. That's that'll get the stop.
Jamarius
At least,
Martin with the pressure. Oh, there. See, look at that. See the moon up in the top right? Don't get confused. It's not the one in the middle. That's light for the. That's gorgeous. Look at this. This is just picturesque.
As
You know,
we
Rick
said the
Johns.
first time we were here, this is a beautiful stadium, by the way.
Anybody that pulls into this campus, what's the first things out of their words or out of their mouth? First words.
Gorgeous.
I feel like I'm out east somewhere.
Yeah.
Ooh, they nearly jumped. 2nd and 10. Anderson pass. It's caught. That's going to be Mason for a pickup. Positive gain for them. About 6 yards. So it'll be 2nd and 4 with the yards after the catch there. He gets out to midfield, as you can see there on the replay.
Bring up about 3rd and 4 for the Lions.
So 3rd and manageable here. We have to call a timeout. Yep.
Yep.
There you go.
Colin Rooney said, I don't have enough time here on this. There's a personnel issue there. And so he steps right back out onto the field, talks over things with his offense. The head coach calling the plays, I believe, Chris Weigel.
Yeah, it was a good. That was a good timeout right there. Now they get a chance to regroup, and coach sees something that he likes right here. A chance to really drop a play.
Rooney, of
And,
course, the former head coach of the sophomore team, or known as C team in the high school circuits, Eddie Dyna, was also part of the offense with the varsity team as well.
I did not know that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And a member of my 7th grade Our Lady of Grace baseball club.
Really?
What a shortstop he was. He could pick it. He could get a good, I would say, very clutch hitter.
Was he a member of the 83? No, you're talking about he's younger?
No,
Or
he's
is your
younger
age?
than me.
Okay.
Yeah. His brother Jay was in my class.
Okay.
Jay was a smooth player too. We had Brennan Maley spinning curveballs.
So it was close to that
Tom
83
Cornelison.
championship team.
That fog is something else. It's
That's
starting to
really
pick
coming
up
in
some
now.
steam.
Oh, nice run.
Oh, Ekior. Oh, right before Chris
Wow.
Weigel was going to call that a nice run.
It was a
Watch
nice
this
run.
on replay.
It was a nice
Ekior was
tackle.
just smoked right up the middle. Here he is. Looks like he was going to go for a while. Whoops. Short of the first down, and he's driven back. And, you know, the guy that's there is Evans III. He's been all over the place here
Yeah.
for Patrick Henry. Very
For a second,
solid
I
on the
thought-
offensive and defensive side.
Ray Lewis was out there for a second. Man.
Boy, he stopped him
tackle.
like a freight train.
Yep. Look for something up the middle here, Pete. Even a sneak.
Not
Why
punting.
even
They're
do a
going
sneak?
fourth
Watch
and
for the
short.
sneak here. Yep. There it is.
There it is. First down and more. He bulldozes his way across the 45. Down to the 43. Anderson first down yardage as they move the sticks.
Play action set up again here. Ooh, nice job of stopping the run, Pete. No gain.
They've had a couple of those over the past couple of series of downs here. Lions now on 2nd and 10 after no gain.
I'm guessing there's probably somebody's having a little fire somewhere, and that's just residual smoke.
You're not calling it fog?
I'm calling smoke from just a local fire.
You're saying Scotland's burning? It's a song we used to sing in choir. Try to find the right side.
Nice.
Ekior creates. He's going to get a first down
he's
and more.
gone.
He's gone.
Yep.
Down to the 20, the 10, 5. Touchdown, Jeff Ekior. He hits the end zone on a great run, and it's a 26-0 lead now for the Lions of
40-yard
Providence
run, Pete.
Academy.
Yeah, he just split the two defenders there, and he was gone. Here's the kicking game again, Pete.
Well, this would
Right
be
in the
important to
middle.
get on track if
There
you're
you go.
Colin Rooney in his addition. There it is, getting on track, 27-0. The white stripes here. Little
Yes.
music.
Yeah. It's
We just got a knowledge bomb thrown at us by our cameraman, Todd Grover. He's
into yacht rock.
came
You wanna
in
call it
here.
yacht rock? Is that what we
Our
call it? Yeah.
cameraman, Todd Grover, came into here with a little bit of, what would you say? He had a little bit of a hop in the step. He's so happy because he just loved that Judas Priest and Deep Purple show he saw last night. He was very concerned he was going to be out in the monsoon, but they took it inside.
Highway Star, Hush, Woman from Tokyo, and of course,
Woman from Tokyo,
da,
Highway
da,
Star.
da.
See, that one is just so abused.
Smoke on the Water, totally.
I know.
Yeah,
Highway Star, though.
yeah. That'll ramp it up a level.
Steve Morris was in on the guitar licks for the great Richie Blackmore. They're going to
Squib kick.
squib one this down to the 20,
Oh,
and they'll be forced to just collapse on that
Yep.
football. So the Patriots will take over 1st and 10 from their own 20 with 8:14 to go in quarter number 2.
let's see if they can have some success here. I don't even recall if they've had a first down yet.
They have. They've had one or two.
Yeah.
Midway to late in the first quarter, up around the 40 to 50-yard line, they put a couple of things together. You know, it's not just this game. I mean, every game that the Lions have played, their defense have not allowed anybody to really mount much of an offensive attack, and timeout taken by the Patriots. You know, but that's something that Colin Rooney talked about on the podcast about how he's happy with the defense and the fact that they haven't allowed teams to really even territorially get much done.
Yeah. Well, hey. And that's a good thing. We watched them one of the first weeks of the season. I was very impressed with the defense.
How do you think they
Very
match
physical.
up with the Academy of Holy Angels,
Good matchup.
the defending champs?
Good matchup. They both have very good defenses. So it would be a
I'd like
field
to see
position
that.
game, turnovers. You know,
I'd like
stay
to
away
see
from
that
the
pounding
mistakes.
running game of the Academy.
Yeah,
and see how this defense would square up with it. There's some good size here defensively for the Lions. Good size for that could be a football game.
Well, and it's a deal too. Or if you're Providence, a lot of times you play against the back like Shellstad. By the third and fourth quarter, he can really wear you down.
We see that a lot.
We saw that 99-yard run last week. So
what does he shoot at, about 2 1/4?
Yeah,
pretty big boy.
He's tough to bring down.
The one thing that I think is going to be kind of interesting in a potential matchup, nice draw.
Yep.
Spun down, though, after he got through the initial hole there was Red. That's Cottrell Red. But I think the thing that the Academy of Holy Angels has been able to get away with the passing game that I don't think is quite where they would want it yet. Even though the numbers are good.
Yeah.
They've got, but maybe there's an injury on the play. Maybe you credit a guy like Hendrickson, Mitch Hendrickson, the receiver, who goes up and gets it.
Yep, he's a fantastic weapon. I mean, we saw it where you throw it into double coverage, and he's going to be the guy that comes down with it just because of the size and the competitive angle that he has.
But then there's the Red Knights of Benilde St. Margaret's that are going to be firmly in the mix of discussion. And we'll see them again on the CatholicSportsNetwork.org next week from the friendly confines of St. Louis Park, Minnesota. They'll be taking on their rival, the Orioles of St. Louis Park, which is always fun.
Yep, always is. Always a good game.
I think we may need to drag your buddy Sean Lumpkin in on that one for a little special appearance.
Well, he has all the more reason to go there now since his son Xavier is going to school there, so we may be able to pull that. Swing that.
You going to have your people talk to his people? So after the injury timeout, 2nd and 9. It looks like it was about a gain of 1. Oh, nice ball over the middle. Caught first down to the 40-yard line. Nice pitch and catch there.
That's the play they had potential. Well, they didn't connect on the last one, but that was the one where it was that little fake pump. I don't know if he did it there, but that was the one earlier in the game where I thought he throws a nice flat ball on that slant. So that's one of his better throws he's had tonight. Good connection.
Nice pickup there for their club.
Yep.
Draw up the middle.
Yeah, you gotta run fast. Ooh.
That was once again.
Now he's at a fumble.
The elusive Darius Tiggs ball on the ground, as you said.
Refs called him down.
He's got they're set for 2nd down now. Tiggs was your ball carrier. 2nd and 11.
Put the ball in the air again. They've had success throwing it here more than
We've seen a couple slants work for them.
There we go.
Roll to the right.
Oh,
and that one's too far.
Yep.
That was.
That's tough. He's a left-hand quarterback, and he's going to his right. And that's a hard throw for him to make.
That was Hott, who was intending the pass for Tatel Straub. 3rd down now.
All right.
Clock stopped at 6:27. Maybe the Patriots again with Hott from the shotgun. Patrick Hott looks to his right. He's going to lay this one up.
Too far. Yep.
And that one, in and out of the hands.
Kevin made a nice defensive player by knocking the ball out of his teammate's hands.
You'll be able to take a look at how close this one was.
Oh, man. No, he might have just dropped it, but he threw it a little too far. And
They're fighting over the ball, it
yeah,
seemed.
That's what I mean.
So the punting situation.
Well, we had a block earlier, and we're worried about the flat punt. So.
And you suggested that maybe we need a little more distance between long snapper and punter.
Yeah, a little more. No, they got a little more this
Oh,
time.
they got that this time.
No,
A nice
do.
adjustment by the Patriots.
About 12 yards or so. See, look at that. He's
Sneaking
still
back.
Yep. And that's probably why he. Yeah. See.
He knew what
Blocked.
was going on there. That's
There
going
it
to
is.
rattle to the 10, to the 5, and touchdown.
touchdown.
On the block.
And there's a flag. I'm guessing it's that might be motion.
That one, do you think it's coming back, Chris?
I didn't see. I don't know how
Yep.
there could be a
No.
penalty on defense. It was a pre-snap foul. It looked like. Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly. So I'm thinking it's decline, touchdown, Providence. They weren't set. We don't hear it from the ref, but they're having all kinds of problems in the punting game.
Taylor Meisner was the man who made the play.
Ooh. Oh,
Ooh,
blocked.
misfire there.
Yep, and then Henry on the other side, they're having success coming up the middle and blocking these extra points and field goals. So both sides of kicking games struggling a little bit. Yeah, and I'm sure Rooney knows that teams that are scouting him are like, wow, we put some pressure up the middle on their special teams. We'll block every extra point, which kind of give me a little anxiety as a coach.
Well, yeah, and that's we mentioned that's a key component to the next
Absolutely.
level.
You're leaving points on the field. You don't want to do that. Extra points should be next to about as automatic as it gets as far as the play goes.
So Steph Sawtelle will kick off again, the sophomore. Couple men deep for the Patriots. Sawtelle is going to lay this one in at the 20. They're going to scoop it up. Cut back across to the right
that
side.
ball in, though. Keep it in.
And he keeps, you tuck it
See,
away.
It's out, but he's down. So
Timmy Williams on the return. Now here comes the offense for Patrick Henry and the defense for the Providence Academy of Holy Angels. Oh, jeez. Providence Academy Lions. Oh, it's just becoming all one. Holy Family Catholic are up 20, I believe. Let me get that score for you. That was pretty good. I couldn't do that twice if I tried. 21-13. Over Delano at the half.
For the passing game here, Pete. Little sweep.
Strung out neatly there by the Lions and dropped down at about the 25-yard line. They're going to lose 3 on that one. Stayed in bounds on the play as the clock continues to roll.
Yeah, good nose for the ball there, Providence Academy. Went right after it.
Second and 14. Pass is complete to the 20. Nowhere to go. As, again, great contain there off of that screen pass by the defense. Take a look at that on replay, Chris.
Yeah, it almost looked like a lateral, and again, they're trying to get that short pass. They keep going backwards, though. That's the only problem. So good defense again by Providence.
Brings up third down. Actually, loss of one brings up third down and 15 for the Patriots.
So now 3rd and 15. I think the ears are pinned back, Chris Weigel.
Oh, what do we got here? Delay.
Penalty on the play. Delay of game. Patrick Henry.
Yeah, the ears are pinned back. I don't know if Henry has a screen in there. Screen. Well, I saw him run.
Yeah,
a
we
draw
just saw
earlier,
one
But you know,
right now at about the 19. They got to get to the 39.
I'd say air it out.
3rd and 20 for the Patriots.
Man-to-man up top. Put it right over there. Here it goes.
Hot. Lays it up. That's
Oh.
picked off by the cornerback
Oh.
Mason as he gets through a host of Patriots.
Wow.
Wrestled down around the 5-yard line.
Wow. Yeah, I like the idea from Henry.
Intercepted by number 10, Justin Mason.
Good defense by Providence.
Mason puts his team up in a good spot here now. 4 minutes remain here in the third quarter, or second quarter.
For form to pound it here, Pete. Oh, oh,
Oh,
oh!
look at that. Big play there. It's
Up the
rolling
middle.
around
Yep.
there.
Oh, and they got it. Providence got it back. Amazing. All I saw was white
Wow, look at
jerseys
this
around
right
that
here
ball
on the
and they got
play.
it back.
So here it
Yeah.
is.
Pressure up the middle again.
Oh, he couldn't even
Tag him,
turn.
yeah.
Look at that.
Alan Page like. Yep.
Very.
9 brings up second and goal from the 4.
And then you're right. There were white jerseys.
Yeah. I don't know. Providence came back with the ball.
You're right, though. That pressure up the middle has been a lot to handle here for.
Yeah, it kind of stops your offense. You know, I always told kid whenever you coach or play, or if you can't get the snap off, you can't. You can have the best players in the world, and you can't. You know.
I'm sorry, who took that timeout, Chris?
I think Providence.
Providence
did.
Academy,
Yeah,
they're
they just wanna
second charged.
regroup. Yeah, I'm sure coach isn't too happy with the way they're. It's the concentration. You got a 33-0 lead in the second quarter, and they have to concentrate.
You're
Stay
knocking
in
on
the
the door
game.
here.
Yep.
You know, there's a battle here in the Patriots, though, in this game. They're forcing turnovers. They're making plays.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. And they're having success up the middle. So look for something outside.
Ikior is in the backfield.
There
They'll
it is, outside.
Throw to the left
Yep.
side. Looking to make a move.
That was a good gain, though.
That'll set up now 3rd and goal. That was Jordan Laurie on the reception and the gain. Now they're going to work 3rd and goal from the 9.
Now Now, strategically here, you're thinking, all right, our kicking game is a little rough. We've got 2 downs to make about 9 for the touchdown, or at least try to get the ball towards the middle of the field to give our kicker a successful field goal opportunity.
High formation. They're going to give it to the up back, Ekior, as he bulldozes down toward the goal line.
See, now you go for it. You know, now you go
he
for
set
it.
himself up for that quite well.
You don't kick a field goal. You go for it. And this is going to be a sneak, I'm predicting, or you just pound it with a power play right up the middle.
Great surge by the line. You can see on the replay there. Ekior stayed patient, just squared his shoulders and rolled.
Yeah. He goes right up under center here. Yeah. For the sneak.
So you're saying you're calling 12?
Well, that's what I would call if I was calling a play, but that too. Oh, see what I mean?
Oh, nice job by the Patriots. And again, what did they do? They got right up the middle.
Yeah.
And they snuffed it out.
Yeah.
Again, same formation as that last play. And right up the middle for Patrick Henry was Detel Straub. Called his name quite a few times here this evening. So with 1:42 to go in the half, 33-0 the score. On offense goes the Patriots.
Yeah, if you're the Patriots, you want to see some success. So again, not having much running the ball, having some success throwing the ball. You have nothing to lose here. Run for fun, throw for dough.
Wow, Chris Weigel.
Kenny Stabler.
The snake. Did you like him more as a... Well, he had to be as a Raider.
Oh yeah.
They nearly had him in a big loss there, but instead cruising away for the gain there for the Patriots was Thomas Evans the third. Picks up about 3 on that play, or 2 if you will. 2nd and 8. We're going to call it 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, it'll be the Patriots.
Uh-oh.
Quickly.
Uh-oh.
Oh, there it is. Evans the third, the completion.
Wow, that was a dangerous
Drilled
pass.
at about the 11. But he turned up a nice
game.
game.
When the ball was in the air, I thought, I didn't quite think it was going to get picked. It was going to be close, but I thought might have got lit up. But nice play by Evans there.
Patrick Henry tackled by number 5, Jaden Warden, and number 70, Preston Selby.
Cut the deck in half now. It's 3rd and 5 for the Patriots with 16 seconds to go.
They're going to even run a play here, Pete.
Yeah,
We're
they're just going to.
Oh.
Going to run one,
There.
Chris.
Yeah.
7 to go. We'll see if they get it off.
What do
though.
I know? Yeah.
Maybe you know a lot. There you go.
That's it.
And they had a little formation there,
Fooled
but
me.
didn't do it. Absolutely. That does it for the first half. 33-0 in favor of the Lions. They had the quick start in the first quarter.
Kind of set the tone.
20-0 lead within the first couple of minutes, and here they stand at 33-0. We are at the half. We'll be back in about 15 minutes with the start of the second half right here on the CatholicSportsNetwork.org. And we welcome you back. We had a hot stove league here. I mean, too bad we didn't have the microphone on. I mean, guys, we covered a lot of ground.
We covered the North Stars.
We talked the Jimmy
Not that
Butler
anybody
rumors.
cares. We talked Wild. We talked, Wolves. And there's a nice tackle.
It'll be the Pats to take over, 1st and 10 now here in the third quarter. A little bit of a bite in the weather here. A little chilly, isn't it?
I think our blood's a little thin. We're kind
man.
of, with age, we become a little
You know what's so funny is,
wimpy.
okay, so I can remember I was in the heat of a Legion baseball game with the uni with the pants, and it's just pouring down me, sweating, just dying. You have the helmet on,
Wonderful sight,
right?
Yeah.
It's just a great. So I'm thinking, okay, remember this day when you're up in a press box during the fall, freezing.
It's
I think I want to be sweating again.
It is.
You just can never win, can you?
You can't win.
So the Patriots take over, 1st and 10 here in the third quarter.
Look for the ball to go up in the air, Pete. I think
They're being motion to the near
sweep.
side. They're going to keep it right in the hands. Yep.
Nope.
Cuts back up, down to about the 29. Maybe a gain of a yard there. So, Chris, when you're in a physical matchup, the defense for Patrick Henry, you've talked about the work they've done up the middle. It's been almost overpowering at times.
Yeah.
And for the Lions, it's been about getting away from that. They've done a nice job so far.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Henry kind of discovered that as the game went on, to pressure up the middle on defense. They just have to get their offense going here, and that's his best those are his best passes right there, those slants.
They definitely are.
And I know that, and Providence is probably anticipating it, saying, hey, stop that play, and we've got it.
Hot to Straub there, didn't connect.
Yep.
So that brings up 3rd and 9. And you get into the area here for the Patriots. You don't want to have a punting situation because it's been a tough go for them here against Providence Academy.
Yeah. I kept saying watch out for the return when really I should have been saying watch out for the blocks.
Pass, ball out. Oh, and a big collision there as it falls to the turf. Let's take a look at this one on replay as it's hot that drops back to pass from the shotgun.
Yep,
both players get there at the same time, Chris.
Yep, he's looking right, left. Here comes the safety. Bam. And the ball's in the air, and fortunately for Patrick Henry, fell down incomplete.
And he's looking to complete that ball to DeLeon Gardner. Nice physical play there.
Yeah, and it was a legal hit, too. Legal hit.
Key word.
Yes, legal. All right, well, let's see this now.
Ooh, big push
snap.
up the middle again.
Oh, again.
Oh, you try to get that off. There's a big push up the middle by the Lions there.
They're just having problems with that snap, and it just messes up the timing. The pressure gets there. You know, and unfortunately for the punter there, he is trying to punt the ball, doesn't have his head up to see if there's pressure coming up the middle to do something about that, and that's just disaster for Patrick Henry.
Meisner on the block. It's the third block of the evening. 1st and 10 now from the 20 once again. Great field position for the Lions. Back out on the field, they're led by Max Anderson, Ezekiel, and Meisner in the backfield.
They're going quick. Just like that.
Oh, to the outside, spun down around a 1st down. Nice run there.
Yeah, they said we have enough of that stuff up the middle. We're going to put it outside here.
Just a quick pass to the right side.
2nd and short.
Josh Elin on the reception and the carry. Some yardage there, 9 to be exact. 2nd and 1 now.
Now from Providence, assuming everybody's healthy, on the line. I would challenge my interior linemen to some running plays here. See if they respond. There's one right.
There it is.
Yep.
Ekior, he goes
Yep.
right behind the big tackle we spoke about earlier, Henry Alt, for a big gain. First down yardage. It'll be first and goal now. We'll take a look at this work off the left side of the line.
Is that John Elson from the Chiefs?
No. Nice try, though.
Well, he lives around here, I thought. All right.
Oh, ball's on the ground. They pick it up broken play and in for a touchdown. Ekior
Pete
was on that one.
That was very, very fortunate. Very fortunate. Ball was on the ground, picked it up, ran it in.
39-0 the score now.
Now let's see if they can protect up the middle here, Pete. This is where they've had
Timeout on the field.
trouble protecting the kick.
Okay, now we're good. Ekior entered this game with 7 touchdowns in 3 games, adding to his totals.
There it is.
Extra point is up, and it's good and through. 40-0 now in favor of Providence Academy. So taking a look at the Class 4A top 10 after 3 weeks, here you go. They have the Academy of Holy Angels in at number 1. This is off the
Are we doing any Cloquet games, Pete?
we are not doing any Cloquet games. I did do their game, though, or was at the game last year at the final. I did the Winona game with the Academy of Holy Angels. That was quite the deal. These are QRF rankings based on strength of schedule and the formula. Cloquet is in at number 2. They're 3-0. Everybody in the top 10 is 3-0. Winona is number 3, followed by Hutchinson at 4. Detroit Lakes is ranked 5. The Wolfpack of SMB, which includes Blake and Minnehaha Academy, is 3-0 as well. Marshall is always a good football team. They're 3-0. Dassel Cokato is 3-0. Hermantown 3-0. And Mound West Tonka 3-0. Among others receiving votes, you have Benilde St. Margaret's consideration with the QRF. The Red Knights are 11, Becker 12, Waseca 13. Right here, Providence Academy 14, Fridley 15. There's some oohs and ahs there, Chris Weigel.
There was a loose ball, but Henry recovered it.
Zimmerman, Orono, and St. Cloud Apollo. So let's take a look at the Section 4. You've got the number 1, the number 6, the number 10, the number 11, the number 14, and number 16 ranked teams in the Class 4A.
Yeah, and when they beat each other, you look at their win-loss record. One loss here, one loss there, because they play each other. It's hard to justify how they would drop in the rankings because somebody has to win or lose the game.
Well, that's 6 of the 8 teams that are in the section right there.
Yep.
Evans the third looks to try to get the edge. He's not going to get anywhere. As there's a great contained play there by the Academy, or by Providence Academy.
About 30 yards, but it was.
Watch Meisner just race over there.
Yep.
Actually getting an assist on that tackle too. Should be the big man.
There's a loss of 5, Pete.
2nd and 14. They're calling it up on the board anyway. Hott will work the shotgun. There's that quick pass. Flag flies toward the backfield. Probably a hold there. It came in kind of late after the pass was thrown.
Yeah, no idea. I thought it was something on the line. It was on the opposite side of the field. Came from that official, so I couldn't see what the infraction might have been. Oh, holding. Okay.
So we looked at the 4A rankings in the 5A, and this has been the class for me, which has really been the one that's, you know, been created by the extra class, because the big schools have always been the big schools. These have been the ones that were kind of battling it out with them, or were really high end at the 4 and now are in the 5. You've got Owatonna in at number 1. Elk River is number 2. Mankato West 3. Matamidi is 4th. St. Thomas Academy is ranked 5. Robbinsdale Cooper, I've been told they're the real deal, is in at 6. Look out for them. Sauk Rapids is 7. Tartan 8. Andover 9. And Waconia is 10 in the Class 5A. I think that is the most intriguing level of all of the levels. Hot sets a pass, nearly picked off. Ooh, in and out of the midst there of Meisner.
It's such a long throw, Pete, that, you know, it is such a long throw. Throw it to that wide out right there. And if you don't have a really strong arm, it's pretty easy for the defensive back to get a read on that.
Number 24, Jacob Meisner. There's a third and 24 for the Patriots.
So 4th down for the Patriots, or 3rd and 24 rather. 4th down looming. You got a punt, but it hasn't really been working for him.
Oh,
What do you do?
you go for it.
You-
if I'm the coach,
you're going mad?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm like, we can't snap. You know, if you can't get it back there, what's the point? You know, you might as well just go for it. 3 block punts.
They're
It's
coming
unheard of.
hard.
Oh, nice pass. Oh,
And there is a pass that's incomplete. It was intended for Straub.
I mean, I get that on paper you punt. I get it, but man, unless they've been working on the sideline there on that snap, you're not doing your team any or your punter any favors.
Well,
for
you're
that matter.
kind of stuck too, because when he was up a little bit, you're walking right into the rush because they're so good with
Yeah.
it.
Well, the snap is coming up short.
And so
So,
yes,
right, he's going to have to put his head up and see if he can punt. If not, he's going to have to run. Oh, there's a good snap. Oh, now he
handles
can't.
it. Now he gets it
Okay.
away. There you go.
All right.
It's going
Got
to
the
take a
job done.
roll for the Patriots. Got to like that one.
Yeah.
And they'll see Providence Academy step in at the 48-yard line in Patrick Henry territory, 1st and 10.
What do we got for the 6A standings, Pete?
You want me to go to the 6A
Rankings.
top 10?
Yeah.
Okay, here you go. Lakeville North in at number 1. Eden Prairie, who lost to Lakeville North, is number 2. The Blaine Bengals, good to see that proud program back on top. In at number 3, Wayzata is 4. Minnetonka is 5. Maple Grove 6. Prior Lake is 7 with Cretin Durham Hall 8. Eastridge is 9. And Woodbury is 10. The interesting thing about this, all but 2 teams in the top 10 have a loss in that class division. There's a handoff, but
Yeah, they play
a
each
lot of
other.
noise there for 5 yards. Good run there. Battling away was Dominic Lacombe.
Tough to stay undefeated because if you're playing each other. I mean, Lakeville North just played Eden Prairie the other day, and somebody had to win that game. So
32 teams in the class.
Yep.
Edina comes in at 11, Eastview 12, Champlain Park 13, Roseville 14. St. Michael Albertville is now 15. This, of course, all entering tonight's action. Clock winds to 7:24 here in the 3rd quarter. The Lions in firm control at 40-0.
oh, it's a good run.
It is a good run, and that's going to be enough for a 1st down as it's
Moving the
Lacombe
pile.
again.
Yep.
Let's
Yeah,
look at
Lacomb's
the
competitive. I like him.
Let's look at the Class 3 here with your top 10. Piers is in at number 1. Rochester Lourdes is 2. Jordan is 3 with Breck 4. Jackson County Central is 5 with Mora 6. Perham is 7. East Grand Forks is 8. Stewartville 9. And Greenway, Nashwauk, Keewatin at 4-0 is 10.
Very well said.
Somebody's getting a lot of texts here up in the booth. Chris, is that you?
Nice throw.
Pass is complete. Caught by Christian Davis. Take a look at that quick play.
Yeah, just a nice pitch and catch.
There's Anderson. I have check that. That's
10-yard
Aiden
stop.
Lampy is in at
Catch and
quarterback.
run. Yeah, the backups are coming in now. Yeah, the other thing too about Henry, Pete, we talked about before. There's not too many guys on the side. I see guys gimping around over there. A lot of guys are playing both ways, and it's a war of attrition for them. And it's
Ooh, they got away from the rush. That was
gone.
almost trouble.
Yeah.
Lacombe
Yep.
dashes his way into the end zone for a touchdown. 46-0 Providence Academy.
It was a nice
What a
run.
nice run
It
there.
was a really nice one. Good vision on that. Cut it back, and then he cut it back to the left for the last 10 yards or so. Really nice run by Lacombe.
Referee had to get out of there in a hurry, or he's about to get bulldozed as Lacombe marches his way into the end zone.
We got an injury.
While they take care of the injury, let's go to the Class 2A top 10 entering tonight's action. Caledonia in at number 1. Minneapolis North moves up a class from Class 1A, I believe, to Class 2A, as they're in at number 2. Pipestone is 3. Barnesville is 4. Maple River 5. Breckenridge is ranked 6 with Chatfield 7. Redwood Valley 8. St. Charles 9. And Royalton 10. Much like the Class 4A, every team in the top 10 of the Class AA are all undefeated. In the Class A, Minneota leads the way at number 1. The Vikings have always been a very solid club. The Warriors of Bold in at number 2 at 3-0. Mahnomen Waban is 4-0 with Goodhue in at number 4. Blooming Prairie is 5 with Rushford Peterson. I've always liked that addition. They're in at 6. Ottertail Central is 7. United South Central is 8th with Ada Borup in at 9. They're 3-1. And Murray County Central is ranked 10 at 3-0.
Very good.
And the extra point now coming from Sawtell. Measures it up. The snap, the place, the kick. Line drive.
Good.
Is through. 47-0 now in favor of Providence Academy as they lead Patrick Henry. Subs are starting to come in. You see Lacombe with a nice touchdown run.
Yeah, he's a good runner. He's a competitive kid. Like you said, beautiful backdrop here, Pete. The only thing missing from the school is the vinery, if you know what I mean.
Oh, you want the
Yeah, I get the,
vinery? You want you want it up the wall.
I do. Yep. Oh.
Jonathan Phillips the return. .5:58 to go in the third quarter.
Nice
Yeah.
misdirection, but they snuffed it out. I like
he
the play call.
broke one tackle. Let's take a look at that play call you were
Well,
talking about, Chris, right here.
It's a fake to the back, up the middle, and then you kick it outside. The idea is you want the linebackers to cheat in on that initial fake, and then you kick it outside. But, man, they have a good nose for the ball on Providence.
Meisner got there, and then there was just a swarm of blue jerseys there as he stopped that thing in its tracks. But you like the design.
Well, I like misdirection. I'm a big fan of it, especially plays that set it up at this level, and because you really can have a lot of success with it, and then it really opens up the playbook to other options too.
Timeout now for the Patriots. It's their first of the second half.
Yeah.
So if you're Patrick Henry, what are you talking about here?
Well, good question.
I know what I'm
I
going to
think
talk to you about.
No, I think their most successful pass has been that slant. If they could get some decent protection off of that, you can do a slant and go, because everyone's biting up on it. They know it's coming. Again, it comes down to that protection, though. If they can just hold the line for a split second longer, I think they could have a successful play off of that.
Off the timeout, here comes Patrick Henry as they will work on 2nd and 18 now. First down is up near the 50 at about the 47.
Look out.
Oh, they're going to have to hurry that one.
They call that a fumble.
They call that
That's
a fumble? The
incomplete.
beanbag
No,
flew?
it's
Nope.
incomplete.
Okay.
Yeah.
Say.
He kind of gave it somewhat of an attempt there to throw it. I think he was fortunate
Richardson
they
was
didn't
in that
call it a
backfield
fumble.
there.
Yeah.
So that's going to bring up to you now. We're going to go to the 9-man top 10.
Let's see it.
Spring Grove is number 1. Stephen Argyle, the former juggernaut. Remember them? They're back. They're in at number 2. Verndale is 3. Cromwell Wright is 4. Houston 5. Cook County is 6th. Russell Tyler Ruthton, known as RTR in the area, is 7. Goodridge Grigla is 8. Mountain Lake area is 9. Wheaton Herman Norcross is 10. Stepping into that one, picked off. Nice job to step up.
Lacombe? Nope.
And that looks like it's Meisner to Baydert, and the pick 6. It's 53-0.
Yeah, those backers, D-backs, they're all stepping up on the initial throw from the quarterback. They don't worry about the fake pump. They can cheat in, and man.
Just walked right into that thing and took it straight to the end zone.
Away with it, yep.
53-0.
Here comes the adventurous extra point.
They've been stabilized here for the Lions. Sawtell now for an extra point. This is his 8th such try, and that one's up and good. He's 6 for 8 in the extra point category.
Yeah, they've gotten the protection down, it looks like.
54-0 now, Providence Academy. Safe to say this is going to be a runner into the 4th quarter.
I think so.
And I think if you're the Lions, will this be 3 shutouts in 4 games?
Yeah.
Allowing just 6 points.
Yep.
I mean, that's impressive. Big test next week against number 10 Mound West Tonka on the road.
Is that who they have?
Yes,
okay.
I think it's a game you circle on the
old calendar.
That's right, you do.
Yeah. Yeah, you get into games like this, it really doesn't help you much when you get into a tight game because you're not tested. So.
And looking at the schedule the rest of the way for Providence Academy. Of course, we mentioned Mound West Tonka next week on the road at Mound West Tonka High School. Then St. Paul Johnson right here at Providence Academy. Chris, that's going to be a good game. Johnson's always been a very sturdy football team.
Yep.
They'll have to buckle it up for that one.
Yep. St.
Paul Highland Park will be another home game back-to-back on Friday, October 12th. They'll have a game there. Both those, of course, will be right here on the CatholicSportsNetwork.org. And then they close out the season at Fridley High School on Wednesday, October 17th, the day before MEA. And in that game, Fridley, many believe to be the favorite in their section. That should be an interesting, as I would say, high-end football game as well.
A lot of good games coming up, and not too far. How many games do we have until playoffs, Pete?
After this week, we're at the midway point. 4 to go.
Yep.
4 to go in roughly 3.5 weeks, as I like to say. Because you got that kind of short week with MEA.
Yeah.
And then the playoffs are so interesting because when you think about it, if you're in a section where you have to play 3 games to get through, and then the state tournament's 3 games, that's 6 games. That now gives you a 14-game schedule.
Yeah.
If you go all the way. Ball's on the ground. They're going to say Evans the third had it. They'll say he was down. But the postseason is almost as long as the regular season.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of teams to get through. Everybody gets a chance to play, every team that is. It's not like a playoff format where you have to have a certain record, win your division, move on. It's everybody gets a chance, so you do see some upsets.
Colin Rooney and I were talking in our off-air meeting before the podcast about what he would do with the playoff format, and I thought it was quite intriguing. There's a long pass, and that one's picked off, and back the other way they go. Down across the 10 to about the 5, and another big interception by the Lions there. They read that one beautifully.
Yep, corner was on the receiver. Safety stepped up, picked it off.
Hakeem Daniels on the interception. So 1st and goal for the Lions, ball marked on the 7-yard line. We'll tell you a little bit about what Rooney's idea was after this play. No room there.
Oh.
Nice pass rush. That was turned in by Patrick Henry's defensive line there, and I believe that was Kobe Stearns on the tackle.
So what was Rooney saying?
Was that 20 he said? Mosley, rather.
What was Rooney saying about the play?
Well, what he said is, you have 8 teams in sections, right?
Mm-hmm.
And and 1 through 4 is usually pretty balanced. You know, it could kind of go either way. 5 through 8, they get involved in football games where there could be some blowouts.
It's like anything. Yep.
So you take the top 4 teams, they qualify for the playoffs. The bottom 4 play in a consolation playoff. And effectively you can get teams that are 5 through 8 playing 1 or, more games than instead of being blown out and saying goodbye to the season. The idea is to get reps and to play the game.
Not a bad idea.
It's a great idea, but you know how that, so one of the things he said is, the difficult part is it's great because everybody makes the postseason and the playoffs, but then on the same token, some teams are going to go in knowing they're just going to lose 54-0.
Yeah. Well, the reasoning for that is they just want to see everybody get X amount of games in. It's one more game, but like you say, competitively, it's typically not very competitive, which is unfortunate. Hockey, you see it every once in a while. You'll see a team with
very rarely do you see an 8. Those are like 15-1 games.
Rarely, but I'm just saying that every once in a while you'll see a team that has kind of
You'd
a
see it
500
more,
type record.
You'd see it more there than you would here.
Right, that's my point. Is you get a hot goalie and
there's some variables there that can change things pretty quickly.
Right. I think this will be the last play.
So that was 3rd down. They go up the middle and get stopped. Sets up 4th down with 15 to go in the quarter. You're right. That should be the end of the quarter. We'll get into a running time 4th quarter. As the Lions will just let the clock run out, and we'll spin it around and bring it to the other side of the field. What we were talking about there is, it's a logical decision, or it's a logical concept, but that'd be very difficult to implement.
Yeah.
And highly unlikely, but it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, there's a look at your moon. Do we call that a harvest moon yet? Can we? Or what is the harvest moon? Do we know? Groves, you seem to know everything. Oh, REM, man on the moon.
That's the
if you believe.
Good part about this group is we don't have a know-it-all.
Very fair.
Yeah.
Really bright, illuminating the sky after a very dreary week here in the Twin Cities. Right now, in Plymouth, Minnesota, your temperature, how about this, guys? 44 degrees. Is that true?
We're not, it feels like it too. Good thing we're bundled up here in the booth.
And that's about the lowest it's going to be. Down to about the 10-yard line it goes on 4th down, and turned over on downs for Henry to take over.
Like you said, Pete, we're on running time now, so.
Patrick Henry will work from the shadows of their end zone with 1st and 10 on their 6.
All kinds of action going on here with substitutions coming in and out last second here.
Movements,
absolutely. Both sides of the ball,
We'll have to hurry here. They get it.
Whoa.
Hauled down. Nice run. Ooh, stood up and tackled there was Timmy Williams. Crispin Jackson, the sophomore, getting some reps now at quarterback as he swung that one out to the left side in the flat there. coming up next week, we'll have a couple of soccer games from Holy Family Catholic. That'll be on Thursday, boys and girls, with the boys game starting at 5, the girls at 7. And then we will be at Benilde St. Margaret's for the Red Knights and St. Louis Park Orioles in a heated crosstown rivalry. Those are always special and fun.
Yeah.
Crispin Jackson still at the quarterback position here on this fourth quarter. Time rolls to 9:30 as it continues to run. It'll stay that way pretty much for the end of the game now, to the end of the game. As you know, running time starts at the 35-point lead. Play action.
Oh, he's putting it up.
Jackson with some arm there. All sorts of
We got pass
bodies
interference.
flying. The ball is
Yeah.
incomplete. And then another one. I
be
bet you we're
interesting.
offsetting this one.
Yeah, I was going to say pass interference, and then you might have the old the roughing hit.
See what
the net.
happened coming in on the end
maybe.
here if we can
Yeah.
get to it.
Offsetting penalties.
I was a little late on the replay there. Sorry about that, folks. So for the Lions of Providence Academy, when you look at their schedule so far and their results and what they've done, wins of 33-0 over St. Croix Lutheran, that caught a lot of eyes. Team that finished second in the state tournament last year. Academy Force, a 55-6 win there. And Minneapolis Southwest, a 31-0 win right here with Minneapolis Henry up 54-0.
Yeah, we were at that St. Croix Lutheran one, and I was pretty impressed with Providence in that game.
Meanwhile, for
Going for that sweep again.
Patrick
Look out.
Henry, they're going to
Yep.
get some yardage there, though. Nice pickup. Out toward the 30-yard line. That was
6. Yep.
Evans the third. There's a big play. He's been around it pretty much all night.
Yeah, he's been the guy.
Henry opened the season with a 48-24 loss at the hands of Minneapolis Washburn. And then Minneapolis Southwest defeated them 64-14. And then it was 56-6 for Mound West Tonka last Friday. Coming up next week for Patrick Henry is a game at St. Paul Johnson. And then they head to Virginia on Friday, October 5th. It'll be St. Paul Central on the 12th. And they close out the regular season against St. Croix Lutheran. Hand off to the right side, try to cut back up for some positive yardage was Straw, but he was stopped maybe for a gain of 1. Third down now and 4.
Let's see if Henry can get the ball down the field here a little bit and maybe get a score here to finish the game. Something to feel good about when you go home.
Well, for the defense of Providence Academy, they've got a lot of pride. They're going to say, no way.
Oh, right.
Want nothing to do with that.
It's
There's
nice.
a long pass over the middle. Wanting the laundry thrown there was Bosquez Mejia.
That was a nice pass. Just a little high where it was. I like the throw. So the Gophers start the Big Ten schedule tomorrow. Maryland.
What do you think of that matchup?
Maryland was a 1.5 point favorite.
Does it get real,
Maryland
though?
had that whole a weird situation going on with their coaching staff over there, and some pretty strong allegations, but they seem to have survived and they're doing okay. I don't know. I like the direction the Gophers are going. Oh. Got roughing the passer, Pete.
Yep, flag right in the backfield. So that'll be a first down for the Patriots. Well, you know, that San Jose football team, San Jose State, is a pretty good team. What?
Tomorrow?
No, from last week.
Oh, sorry.
And a lot of people.
Sorry.
A lot of people.
Sorry, Wags.
So in broadcast speak.
I'm always looking for.
In broadcast speak, here's what you say. Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
Folks, he was looking at me right in the eye. And I couldn't tell
you
if
were
he was
looking at
kidding
your
me or not.
phone.
His Wags has a deadpan stare, and I'm sorry.
It was hilarious. It was a
I
very
bit on
awkward
it.
communication tactic.
It was.
But what I'm saying is, there's been a lot. There were some chirps about the Patsy schedule.
Right.
And
no, I get it.
Miami of Ohio was a
Yeah.
couple weeks ago. Sorry, Fresno State. What was I thinking?
No, that's okay.
Fresno State a couple weeks ago. They're a good team.
Yeah.
Oh, from the back
nice.
foot did he get
Oh,
it there?
yeah.
Oh.
No, you're right, Wags. They Gophers. Hey, that's the schedule was put in front of them. They've done well against it so far.
I mean, but that Fresno State team's a team
That's a good team.
that beat, I believe, Boise State in a bowl game, and loaded with seniors, and a Gopher team that's awfully young.
Yep.
Having losses to Nebraska, a loss by Wisconsin, your boys. That at least gives the Gophers one in there. But I mean, you look at the Big Ten schedule that they have. Ooh.
Yeah. Well, Big Ten's down a little bit this year, though.
Huh?
They've had some tough losses.
Out across the 50-yard line. Oh, Crispin Jackson's done a nice job. He's got an arm.
Yeah, I like his throw. It's a nice level throw. And the thing is, Providence is playing two deep safeties right now, so it's hard to. I don't know. I'd like to see if you can get a long throw and see if you can a little touch on it, give his receiver a chance to get underneath it. But he's got a rocket arm on these straight line throws, anyways.
The gain was 4 on the play. It's 3rd and 6 for the Patriots.
There you go.
Oh, in and out of the hands, and to the turf it goes. Straub was looking to make a move, I think, Chris, as he is looking to secure the ball all at the same time.
You see it on every level, all the way from this to the NFL. You got to catch it, and then you run with it. You can't turn your head. You got to keep your eyes on the ball. Get a little ahead of yourself sometimes on those.
4th down and 6 now, and they're going to go for it with 2:17 to go in the 4th quarter as it's ripping by here with that running time.
Trips down low here. Put it deep. There you go.
He does indeed.
A little short, though.
Straub had to come back to it. Couldn't get there.
He threw it. He was in an awkward position when he threw that. But they had the right idea. Fake pump short, put it deep. Again, Providence has safeties back there, though, and the throw is well short. So Providence takes over with 1:45 and running.
So the Lions huddle up on the sidelines as the 1.5, I'm sure we'll just go with the victory formation here. The old take an E. Or do you run the play?
It looks like they're going to run the play. Give some of these underclassmen a chance to play. Yep.
There's a run up the middle. Jordan McClaim, the quarterback. And the carry was made by Thomas Hayda. Into the game now is McClaim again, as he brings the play in with 43 to go. A pitch to the right side, strung out neatly there. To the 40-yard line they go with 27 to go. And that's going to do it.
Yeah.
As the Lions improve to 4-0 on the season. And I think we'll see both teams step onto the... Nope, they're going to...
I think that's it, Pete. Oh, wow.
I'm going to get this unit off with one more play.
Yeah.
A pitch left side. Wrapped up at the 50-yard line for a loss. Nice job by Patrick Henry. Played it to the final buzzer.
Yeah.
As they didn't allow anything on those last two plays. Good for them. And good for Providence Academy. 54-0 winners here in Plymouth, Minnesota, as they'll square off next week with a big one against Mount West Tonka. For Chris Weigel and Todd Grover, I'm Pete Wagner. Good night, everybody.